We're just gonna jump straight into this because I got a lot of explaining to do and y'all probably gonna hate me on this. So before we get into this video, like I said, we're going over dojutsus and I'm ranking them from what I don't want to what I want. Now it's only Shippuden and Naruto and Naruto Shippuden dojutsus. We're not talking about the Boruto stuff. We're not talking about that. Before we get into it though, two things. One, the Rinnegan is its own separate dojutsu, all right? I don't give a fuck what clan you may put it with. I don't care, all right? The Rinnegan is its own separate dojutsu. It can evolve, and the other stipulation with it is that it can evolve to the Rinne Sharingan. You don't gotta be like an Otsutsuki, Ten Tails Jinchuriki. Like, you don't gotta have none of that shit. You get the Rinnegan, you can evolve it to the Rinne Sharingan, right? Same way that the Sharingan can evolve to the Mangekyo, right? Speaking of the Byakugan and the Tensegan, you can, same thing. The Byakugan can evolve to the Tensegan. I don't know how. I don't care why. How, like, y'all make your own theories up. And the last thing I gotta go over is the Sharingan. So you can, so the same way you evolve your Sharingan to your Mangekyo, you can do the same thing from Mangekyo to EMS since you're not getting the Rinnegan. Basically, the same way you activated your Sharingan the first time, and the same way you activated your Mangekyo, you ending up will go blind. Technically not, because you'll just lose, like, the more you use your Mangekyo, the more, like, you lose your Sharingan abilities, but you don't go blind fully, and until you have, like, the same, whatever the fuck, like, adrenaline rush or rush of emotions, or whatever the hell that activated your Sharingan and your Mangekyo at the same time, like, until, like, whatever activated your Sharingan and Mangekyo, you gain that same, you do the same thing to get your EMS. That's basically what it is. So let's get into this video. I'm done explaining. It's getting too long into this freaking intro. So without further ado, tell me what type of dojutsu you want, like, as of right now. But either way, first off on the list of dojutsus I definitely don't want. We're not, honorable mention would be that one chick from the Sand Village. That's not really a dojutsu. First off on the list, is the Ketsuryagan. Dumbest dojutsu. Like, unless you have, like, unless there's a liquid with a lot of iron, or you put your chakra in somebody's blood, it's useless, right? You can, I mean, granted, you got a genjutsu that's like rivals to Sharingan. If you do have those people under your genjutsu, again, first you gotta have your chakra in their bloodstream. You can make them into bombs if that does happen, which is actually kind of interesting. But then again, like, again, list of the reasons, like, unless those certain things is useful. Next up on the list is the Rinnegan. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all like, well, why is the Rinnegan this low on the list, and why don't you want the Rinnegan? Here's why. You already have 6 abilities, right? And to gain a possible 7th, you can also evolve it to get the Rinne Sharingan. I don't care if you put it in your eye like Doctor Strange and get an eye of Agamotto. I'm just saying, if you want it there, you can. The main abilities of the Rinnegan is, let's see, the Retractor and Repulsive Forces. I don't know the fucking path's name, okay? Triple Tensai and, like, create fucking moons and shit. You also have one where you summon animals. There's one where, like, you can read minds but take their souls.
What do you mean by that?
Cybernetic Enhancement. There's one that, like, absorbs all chakra, like ninjutsu or whatever. The King of Hell shit. Like, it's weird. Like, you go in its mouth and it heals you from all injuries and sickness and stuff, but also it can, like, grab your tongue.
I beg your pardon?
If you're telling the truth, it puts you in a coma, but if you're lying, it kills you. And then you also gain a 7th ability, possibly either like placement swapping. I know some people are like, it's teleportation. No, it's placement swapping. Or you gain limbo clones. And then if you gain the evolve it to the Rinne Sharingan, you get infinite Tsukiyomi. All right, either way, that's really what it is. So the second place for dojutsus that I want really is the Rinnegan, it's the Byakugan. You get 306, almost 360 degree, like, in X-ray vision. You can see from very long distances. The only problem is that like, you got like a blind spot in your back, which is very fucking stupid. If you evolve to the Tensegan, you get the Retractor and Repulsive Forces of the Rinnegan. Plus you get a chakra mode. Also you get True Seeking Orbs, which is one of the things I like and want out of Naruto. That's why it's in second place, is because if we're basing off of Toneri's chakra mode, you gain a fucking horn. Like, you're a snake sage, and I don't want a horn because nothing against horns. It's just I don't want it. Like, no one, look, in Iron Man Armored Adventures, no one took unicorns seriously. All right, you really think if I'm gonna have a horn, people gonna take me seriously? No. Okay, so that's why I don't want it. But here's the thing though, nothing can compare to that. Any of these dojutsus cannot really compare to basically having a goddamn Megazord. The Sharingan. I'm choosing the Sharingan. I know that's basic. You gotta kill your best friend and all that. Look, I don't care how you activate it. Technically, I heard Cyhadow activating it by love. So technically, you can have any emotion activate your Sharingan. Let's go over the main things with the Sharingan. First off, you get the read, copy, and predict movements. And that's just regular base Sharingan. You also get Genjutsu, but like, ain't nobody really care. And on top of that, when you evolve it to your Mangekyo, and when you make it permanent with your EMS, like I said, like, same way you activated your Mangekyo, it's the same way you activate your EMS. But that's after you go blind. But, like, you're not really blind. You just lose your Sharingan abilities. My video, I do what I want. Basically, when you gain your Mangekyo, right, you gain an extra ability, which is like some crazy ninjutsu or whatever. It can range from, like, Itachi and have, what is it? A Matarasu, or like Kakashi and Obito and have Kamui, where you have your own pocket dimension. On top of that, you get some crazy ass Genjutsu, range from like Itachi Tsukiyomi, or Shisui's Koro Natsukami, or whatever the hell Obito had, because he apparently put a perfect Jinchuriki and a Kage under Genjutsu, which created the Blood Mist Village. Like, that's probably the third strongest Genjutsu. I just wish we knew the fucking name. And on top of that, you gain a fucking Megazord. Like, it can, like, I mean, seriously, like, granted, like, Itachi had the blade of Totsuka and the Yatamir, and Kakashi over here with dual Mangekyo Sharingans, over here got Kamui Shurikens and shit, just beat the fucking, like, just whatever, and then, like, Sasuke, poor excuse for it, I mean, him and Madara's, like, are basically, in my opinion, the same, like, when it comes to, like, usability and, like, features and, look, Sasuke's and Madara's like Susanoo and whoever the fuck else they are, Susanoo, that's not as cool as like Itachi's or Kakashi / Obito's Susanoo. Yeah, you could just really take that shot. Basically, I'm choosing the Sharingan because A, I get a Megazord, B, I get to read, copy, and predict movements, and C, I get two crazy ass abilities.